I had an online encounter with a man claiming to be Tom Selleck, the famous actor. He messaged me unsolicited, telling me that I was picked amongst his winners and my name was on a winners list. I told him I didn't enter a contest, and he told me I was picked to receive $100,000 and asked me if I knew how to apply for it. I told him he has the wrong person, but I've watched you on TV for years. Tom Selleck told me I won the Workers' Compensation Grant for 2025 and he needs my name to check the database. I told him I don't work, and he again sent me a copy and pasted thing about workers' compensation money. I gave him a ridiculous name and he told me he checked his database and yes, I was approved for a tax free compensation to buy a house. As a side note, for those that don't know, workers' compensation or workman's comp is for people who've been injured at work, and it's an insurance your employer generally has to use to cover injured workers for their medical bills and more. It's not a grant or a giveaway, and it's certainly not $100,000 tax free money to buy a house. Tom Selleck let me know that most people are not aware that the government exists. I asked him why a rich movie star is working with the government to give workers compensation grants. He asked my age, location, mother's maiden name, phone number, and email, if I was married, single, job, and income. Well, I told him some ridiculous stuff, and he sent back a middle finger with 5 emojis. Many romance scammers and online fraudsters ask these questions to try and guess your passwords and prompt for secret questions, secret answer replies when trying to log into your accounts online. They will assume your secret answer is your dog's name or your husband's name or more. They are also phishing for info with this type of scam. In this case, the scammer behind the fake Tom Selleck profile read what she said, gave her the middle finger, and blocked her. Story 2. The following story is a chat someone had with a fake celebrity pretending to be Charlie Hunman, the actor. I had contact with this guy before pretending to be Charlie, and he sent me nude photos and asked for some Apple cards. He contacted me again, and I asked him if he's going to show me more disgusting nude photos, and he said no, only on Telegram. I told him I deleted him for doing such disgusting things, and then he suddenly said his account was hacked and it wasn't him. He kept insisting we go to Telegram, and I told him no, I only chat on FB. He then asked me for a card that he had asked me for in my prior conversation, a gift card so I can subscribe. I told him I got a card, but it's in my car and I'm not going to walk out into the snow. He told me to go get it so he can surprise my family by visiting, and I told him my family doesn't want to see you or meet you, but thanks anyway. Charlie told me he's going to write a movie using my name for memories for all I've done for him by buying him the Apple gift card. I told him to have a good life. Charlie blabbed on about loving me and appreciating me for all I do for him. I told him, I thought you said you were hacked and that I was talking to a hacker the last time. Charlie said that we were chatting and that my cousin had come to his house to drop off a gift card, and I told him, yeah, my cousin left the card with your maid. He then sent another dubbed video of Charlie and claimed it was him. He then said again he wants a card to activate his laptop. This was the same guy I'd spoken to before. He then offered to pay for a gift card, and I told him no. Charlie insisted he's serious and not fooling around, but I'm serious, dear. He also told me he's working on some scripts for his next movie, and he started asking me the typical stuff they ask. Favorite movie, favorite drink. He then asked me for a $100 Apple card and says his assistant Kathy sent him to go get one. I told him to have his assistant go buy one, as that's what assistants are for, and I asked for his assistant's email address, and he insisted I send the card to his email only. He wanted me to use his so-called assistant's email as well to buy the gift card online. I told him I would need his assistant's email again to purchase, as it's required. Charlie told me I was stressing him out and he doesn't like it. He then went back to telling me the hacker got into his account and sent nude photos, and his manager recovered his account, and we've already talked before about getting a card. He went back to wanting the card again, and I told him his assistant can get it, as suddenly his assistant wasn't around and decided to talk along, and He gave me his so-called assistant's email, which was a Yahoo email. I told him the email doesn't match her credit card info. I told him his assistant needs to call her credit card company and fix these things. Charlie rambled on again about how subscribing to his laptop to go get the card. I told him there's a blizzard coming and if I go out, I'll be stuck. And right now, with the blizzard, I'll be stuck in the house for at least 2 weeks. He said, okay, well, if a blizzard is coming, go get the card now. I told him I can't go out till the snow is all melted. Charlie went on about this BS and that I'm not really serious. I'm lying. It's ridiculous. He refuses to wait so many days until the snow melts. Go get the card. He kept insisting I go out in a snowstorm to get his card. I told him I would go, and then I told him a short time later I had went out and fell on the ice and had to go by ambulance to the hospital, that I think I broke my hip and I'll need surgery within an hour. Charlie said he didn't understand as we agreed, and now you're having issues with your hips? What a pity. I then pretended to be my son and asked, why did he send my mom out to get a $1,000 Apple Card? It's his fault that she had fallen and now needs emergency surgery. Charlie said he was sorry and accept his sympathy. Can you send me the card now? He again started rambling on about subscribing to his laptop as he needs the card right now. I ended up telling him that she died, and he said, oh, really? Well, give me your account details. I told him she's going to be buried with her gift card. Charlie said his heart is broken and said, please send the card now. Where is it? It's $1,000 worth of cards. Charlie told me not to bury her with the card, and it's his card. Give it to him. Give me the card so I can activate my gadgets. I want my card. Send it now. Charlie said he was stressed and I was hurting him as he needs the card now. Charlie began to ramble on as how he has $18 million in the bank, but his laptop is outdated and he needs a card to subscribe his laptop. I'm waiting for the card. Send the card or I will not be chatting with you anymore. I am so stressed over the card already. I told Charlie I'm stressed. My mother was sent out by you in the ice to go get a card and now she's gone. Charlie said he's already stressed and that I'm the bad person. And then he stopped talking. This goes to show you scammers do not care about you, your family, your tragedies, or situation. They only want your money and your gift cards. In this case, the lady knew he was a fake and played along, but sadly so many people fall for this and they end up selling their cars or going out and getting gift cards instead of buying their medication, or they go out in dangerous weather just to get these cards. And in the end, these scammers don't care. They just want those stupid cards. As always, block and never give gift cards or send cash to people you don't know, especially if they claim to be multi-million-dollar celebrities. As always, block and move on, and stay safe.